Now to that hack on the production of major U.S. newspapers. The Los Angeles Times, New York Daily News, newspapers owned by Tribune Publishing, all among those that were affected. I want to bring in Fox News security analyst Walid Phares. Walid, this report reportedly came from a foreign entity where we seem to get these sort of attacks all the time. I mean, how prepared are we to really ever stop this from happening? Because the news just doesn't stop. It happens over and over again, and it feels like everyone's vulnerable.
Absolutely everybody is vulnerable, including the government, including the international organization. The first question that we would ask is who is behind it, because that would determine, Charles, who here at home can defend us from them. Is it governments, foreign entities backed by foreign governments, or international criminal organizations, national criminal organizations, or even individuals? So depending on who is waging these attacks, our defenses will build up to counter it.
How does it differ, though? I mean, if it's an attack, it's an attack. Does it, why would it be different if it was backed by, let's say, Russia or China or North Korea, or if it was just lone independent criminals from a foreign country?
Charles, on many, many levels. Number one, if we have the evidence that it's a foreign power, China, Iran, Russia, others, then the United States government will have to put all their resources to engage and counter, and when there is a countering, there is a counter-countering, and we go into an escalation. It's a different situation. If it's an international organization or an individual, then our law enforcement can move in swiftly and faster, but it's more difficult. It's probably easier to detect if a foreign government is involved than an individual.
Is a lot of this individual stuff, this sort of ransom attacks, we don't hear about them often. We know that they've been growing, however, and they've been extremely successful, where these foreign entities or these hackers steal some information, hold it ransom, actually get paid, and then return it.
That's right. The cyber world basically is a replica of the real world, but it's an easier one because nobody stops you. You don't have a headquarters. You just have a laptop. And basically the difficulty here is to be able to counter what is virtual. I mean, if you send the police or law enforcement to a location to find these individuals, that could be done. But if that location is far away, is in Antarctica or Australia, it will become difficult.
Wally, a lot of anxiety, waiting, if you will. Some private enterprises want to see government spend more money on this problem. Government, I would suspect, would like to see private enterprise invest more. Meanwhile, these attacks continue to occur. I mean, who should be stepping up to the plate to sort of mitigate them? Here's
the difficulty. If we ask government to do more, government will have to do something else, which is, if they want to defend us, they want to know what we're doing. So the government's abilities and agencies will be going into our system. This is something that private sector doesn't like. Of course, agencies or banks or institutions, would like to have an autonomy. So they want the government to shield us, but at the same time, they would not offer their inside information to the governments. Very complicated. I think the government can shield us from governments, but it's going to be very difficult for the government to shield us from everything. We need, as a private sector, to be able to protect ourselves. That's what many companies are trying to do.
Walid, I was gonna sport the bow tie. I'm glad you did. You look fantastic in it. You look better than I would have. Hey,
I don't think so. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you very much.